Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. This is kind of my coloring supplies video, what I'm currently using. Oh my gosh, I just bumped that. Sorry about that. What I'm currently using and what I kind of use as like a beginner colorist. And what I think that most people should use, and I actually forgot something, so I'm going to grab that first. So the first thing that I would like to say about this thing is this is an artist. I got this on Amazon, artist clipboard. You can use this to hold books down or paper down or whatever. And then this, and it's got a nice handle. I don't have a dedicated desk for coloring. There is a lot of colorists on YouTube that have dedicated rooms and stuff. I am not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure none of those people are rich either, but to me, it's definitely a sign of, like, you have disposable income if you can dedicate a room in the space that you're living in to one hobby. And one thing, I don't have that. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people do color on their couches. That's where I usually color is my couch. And so I recently got this clipboard because I was looking for a hard surface to do my coloring on, and it has improved my coloring experience significantly. So highly recommend. I think this was like 20 bucks on Amazon. Again, links will be in the description. So that is that. The pencil sharpeners. Before this electric sharpener was this Pen & Gear Walmart pencil sharpener. I now just use these when I'm traveling. Sometimes I like to take my coloring stuff with me, like when I'm out hiking or just going to the park, or sometimes like I'll have a picnic, hang out at the park, color kind of thing. These don't sharpen colored pencils very well. They're okay. They're all right. But this is, I don't even think this is available on Amazon anymore. It's the Mole pencil sharpener is what I got on Amazon. I absolutely love this. As you can see, I use it quite a bit. You can change the level and it sharpens it, and then it stops when it's done sharpening. And I've used it and emptied it quite a bit, so it is highly recommend. This was like, I think I got this on sale, but you can find this was one of the cheaper versions. There's a lot of things that are similar to this on Amazon that you can get for like 15 bucks. I don't recommend it as like something you get right away when you're starting this hobby, but if you do a lot of coloring, I highly recommend. I just recommend getting a regular pencil sharpener first if you're not sure that coloring is something you want to invest a lot of time and money into. I think this was like 99 cents at Walmart. So the next thing that I found to be very helpful for me, because I use colored pencils a lot, and we'll get into the fun colored pencils in a minute. But pencil grippies, these ones I just got off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But these ones, they do the job. They're pencil grippies, and they help me so I don't have bunions. Because for a while there, I was starting to get a red spot on my finger, and because I was coloring so much, and I was like, why? How do I prevent this? And then I found, I forgot about pencil grippies even existing, and they exist, and I use them. And so now these are my spare ones. I usually use one per package. So that's that. These, I think these come in a package of 4 or 5 on Amazon. These are pencil extenders. So you just put the pencil you want to extend in here, and then you slide this on top, twist, twist, twist until it's tight, and boom. These are great for the budgeter colorist who wants to use every last pencil to the nib, to the very end. Especially if you have really expensive pencils. I use a lot of Shuttle Art and budget pencils, but I'm a budgeter, so it's important for me to use everything that I have to its absolute fullest before I seek out something new. So those are those. This is a recent purchase. I haven't even used all these yet. I don't even know if this is worth having as much as I do. This pencil case is really great for pens and stuff. So this new purchase was for gel pens, white gel pens. Oh my gosh, I can't even see. Here we go. There we go. White gel pens and glitter gel pens. Now these are Shuttle Art glitter gel pens, and this is King Art. Yeah, King Art gel pens. King Art gel pens are the ones that I've been using. These are from Walmart. Super cheap. These gel pens are from Shuttle Art, but I don't recommend. I got like the big package of gel pens from Shuttle Art, and like a good half of them didn't work. So I will say it was probably one of the most because I love Shuttle Art colored pencils. I was hoping the gel pens would be decent. They're great for journaling, but they're not for the purposes that I wanted them for, which is adult coloring. They're kind of, there's a nice selection of colors, but they're not my favorite. So I do not recommend Shuttle Art gel pens for adult coloring. These gel pens work great. I've only tested them out. I haven't actually like used it in a coloring page yet, so I will figure out how I'm going to use them in coloring pages later. But the King Art ones I do recommend for adult coloring for like little accents here and there. And I have the yellow and silver one not in here because I'm actually using it for a coloring page right now. But this specific coloring case works great for pens and things. There's coloring cases that I found work great for pencils only, and then there's ones that work great for gel pens. The ones that are thick like this work great for gel pens. The ones that are like single work great for colored pencils. And these cases are nice and compact. They're like 20 bucks a piece, roughly. This one I just like because it's got flowers on it. So Amazon, links in the description. Again, not sponsored. This one. I don't have any colored pencils in this right now. This is a 36. When I first got this, I think this was like 10 bucks when I got this. It kind of rolls up, so you put your pencils in here and then you just roll it up. It's really great for like a travel, like if you need to have a small amount of colored pencils with you. But I like to have so many more variety, or more, oh my god, that's not even grammatically correct. I like to have a lot more variety in my colored pencil selection. So I've kind of changed my system for travel colored pencils now. But I'm still keeping this around in case I need like a really small amount. That's like 36. This is same brand, and this is 75. When I say same brand, like the case is the same brand as the other one. I think this was like 12 bucks, and this is like 75, I believe. And these are So Colors. I haven't used the So colored pencils yet, but you can see it lays out nice and flat. and then you just roll it back up when you're done. I haven't used these colored pencils yet though, just because I've heard really good things on Amazon. I can't necessarily recommend or not recommend because I don't know. I don't know. Because I haven't used them yet, but I've kind of just relegated them to my travel colored pencils. And in this case, again, like 20 bucks on Amazon. I forget how much it holds. This is the pastel shuttle art colored pencils. As you can see, I've used them quite a bit. These ones back here are just the replacements. I bought 2 sets. Well, I initially only bought 1 set, but as you can see, some of them are getting down there, and I don't like starting a page when I know I have like this much left, and then I'm like, well, what if I don't have enough to finish the page? It's just nice to then I can just go back here, replace it. This is Shuttle Arts. I forget how many count. I think it's like 60 count pastels. I love these for casual coloring. As you can see, I use them quite a bit. They're well loved. And I plan to use them till I can't use them anymore. But the pastels are gorgeous and affordable. I think they're like 19 bucks for 1 set. Which obviously this all adds up after a while, but like I didn't get all this at one go. This is stuff I've kind of gotten over time, just here and there. And that's same with my coloring book collection. That's stuff that I've gotten over time. I didn't get it the first month that I started coloring, that is for sure. But if I could go back in time for when I first started coloring, because when I first started coloring, I was using Crayola colored pencils, and then my Star Joy colored pencils, and some old Prismas I had. And if I could go back in time, I would just recommend getting the Shuttle Art colored pencils out the window, because they're affordable, they're vibrant, there's lots of color choices, and they're worth it. They're really truly worth it. Which brings me, this is my replacement Shuttle Art tin, because I bought like the 260 set, and I don't even think you can get that on Amazon anymore. But that came with pastels. Or no, it didn't come with pastels. That's a lie. Incorrect. The 260 came with their metallics and then their regular colors. I could not get the 260 again, and honestly, I didn't want the metallics, so I was like, well, if I could get this and the pastels, and I ended up just getting the 180, which is like the most colors I think Shuttle Art has. I've never tried color colored pencils. I'm very tempted to, but at this time I'm not going to, because I need to use up what I have first before I start buying more stuff. These are replacement pencils for my set. And this is, again, another case off of Amazon. This is where I house my Shuttle Art colored pencils. So I'm going to just unzip this whole thing and show you. I do recommend Shuttle Art for the beginner, like the whole 180 set. And the reason why I recommend that is because the amount of colors you get is amazing. And there is a bit of a learning curve with Shuttle Art colored pencils, because they're not quite as soft as the Star Joy colored pencils. They're very hard, vibrant. People say they're akin to Crayola. They're not. I've worked with Crayola and Shuttle Art, and I would say Shuttle Art is by far more worth it as far as the color amounts and the money you spend on them. Because the 150 count of Crayola pencils from Walmart is like $32, $35. This I think is close to 30 to 35 bucks. I have to double check Amazon. Prices be changing, as we all know. As you can see, I've used some of these pencils a lot more than others, but like I love Shuttle Art colored pencils. They're vibrant, they're affordable. Downside is that you can't get them on open stock, but honestly, open stock is just as expensive as just buying a whole new set anyway. I've already did the math. It truly isn't that much cheaper, especially if you have to pay for shipping and all that stuff. So, as far as budget goes, Shuttle Art is really good. I do recommend that if you have the money to spend, like if you have money to spend on getting a whole set of colored pencils, Shuttle Art is what I would recommend. Some of my favorite pieces that I've colored lately have been with these pencils. What I did start with as far as new pencils go is these Starjoy colored pencils. And the reason why I got them is because they were similar to Prismacolor. And at the time, I was like, Prismacolor is the best, but I don't have the money to spend $130 getting 150 colors for Prisma. And these were the closest dupes I could find to Prismacolors. Now, I don't think they advertise themselves as dupes. Now, these are my replacement colors. I haven't used the... Actually, I should show you the ones I have been using. I bought 2 sets. Initially, I only bought 1 set, because 1 set of these Starjoy colored pencils are like, they're 20 bucks. So they're really affordable. There are 120 colored pencils in here. So if you're in a you're starting and you're not sure if you actually want to invest, sorry, that's cat hair. If you don't want to invest all your money into a really nice colored pencil set, Starjoy colored pencils are what I recommend because they're affordable, they're relatively easy to work with. I mean, they're not the most vibrant colors, but it has enough variety that the majority of your pictures can be completed with these. I've used the browns quite a bit. So these are the ones I have been using. I just bought a second set so I could replace because this apple one's getting down. There's another one that was getting down. Well, this brown one was getting down there as well. And I was like, oh man, if I start something, I want to be able to finish it kind of thing. So, yeah, and I like how they don't smell the best. And these, I'm going to be honest with you, these break a lot more than the Shuttle Art colored pencils do. And oh my goodness, the barrel cracking. Like, as you can see, the barrel is cracking. Oh no, now I'm breaking my nails. And this just kind of happens if you're heavy-handed like me. And a lot of the pencils in Starjoy Gold Edition are like that. But these are great for beginner colorists, I think. They're not meant to be for the experienced colorist at all. They're just meant to be very, like, you're learning, you know. So I'm keeping these around. I may get rid of them eventually because I've been heavily using the Shuttle Art colored pencils because I find those to be a lot nicer to work with now that I really know well, I don't really know what I'm doing, but like now that I have a better grasp of how to blend and things, I prefer the Shuttle Art over Starjoy, which is something that if you asked me 6 months ago, I would have been really shocked to hear. But once I figured out how to use the Shuttle Art colored pencils in the way that I was trying, like, and how to complete the effects I was looking for, I found the Shuttle Art pencils to be a lot more just there's a lot more freedom with them than the Starjoy. So I do recommend the Starjoy though, as like for casual colorists or people learning to color and blend. They're really great. I probably will still use mine for a good little while yet. So yeah, that is my coloring supplies. Don't really have much else to say. Just, you know, leave in the comments. I will say some of these videos I've been making like in a row. So if there's questions that I haven't addressed in videos you might have, just know that I've pre-recorded some of these videos. So I may not get to the questions immediately, just because I pre-record these and it's a hobby. But yeah, that is my coloring supplies that I'm using currently. And I don't really plan on using alcohol markers or anything like that. So if you're interested in alcohol marker techniques, do not come to me. I am not very good with alcohol markers, so yeah. But yeah, thank you. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.